Just checking the audio real quick, seeing how it sounds. Hope it sounds good. I'll explain why I'm not in game here in a moment. Put it up a little bit. Hear my cat in the background, utilizing the friggin' litter box. So I got home from gaming, and I was like around like, what was that, like 10:15 or so? Hold on. I don't know why we're doing that all of a sudden. Give me a moment. Sorry for the sudden increase in noise. But usually I have all this stuff done, and I'm going to explain here in a moment. Okay. I'm going to take these off so I don't have to listen to the terrible menu music, because it sounds like elevator music. So I got home at like 10:15, 10:20, and I was in like a really good mood, ready to go, excited to stream FF11 this afternoon, because every afternoon that I know I'm going to stream, I'm like, let's make sure my laptop doesn't need to update or anything like that. And of course, I know that FF11 got an update last Tuesday, and that's why I played Dirge of Cerberus instead. And lo and behold, between now and then, my laptop also needed an update. So not only did FF11 update, but so did my laptop. And so I got home, and I was like, you know what? I might start streaming early. I'm gonna try to start streaming at 10:30. It's like, I had my laptop and I updated the game and I restarted the device and turned it off. So that's usually because the thing is about my HP laptop is if you don't shut it down completely, um, it just starts acting slower and slower and slower. Like the sleep setting's not good enough. It needs to be completely turned off so it can, I don't know, refresh itself. I don't fully understand it. Maybe somebody that really gets computers can explain it to me. Um, so what else? So I thought I could escape it. Um, I thought, at the very least, the game would cooperate. But no. I fired up the game around 2:30, and my laptop crashed, like full on crash, like blue screen. Like I was just like, is it finally dead? Like, is my laptop finally just gone? Thankfully not. It was just like there was your laptop experienced a critical error and needs to restart, and that happened around 10:30, and then it spent the next 20 minutes restarting itself. Um, and 10:50 rolled around, and I was like, okay, we're back into the login screen for the laptop, and now I'm back into FF11, thankfully. And I was like, well, if I'm having a ton of issues, maybe I'll play something else tonight. Um, that could very well end up still happening. We'll see. Because I did log into the actual game this afternoon. I just for like 2 minutes to make sure that it ran with the update. Uh, sorry, my allergies are killing me, so you're going to see me do this a lot. Um, So that's been my experience, and that's not something I've had an issue with uh, recently. Like not a lot. But at the very least, it gives me the chance to shoot the stuff. Um, the PS5 Pro is announced. That was something. A whole $699 plus tax. But you don't get a disk drive. Um, and I wasn't impressed with the extra features that it does offer. Um, I thought that I have a PS5 Slim, and I really like it. I really do. Um, I think what do I want to say about my PlayStation 5. I just finished Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'll be doing a video on that eventually. And I'm excited to talk about it. But that was a PS4 game, and they did upgrade it for the PS5. Um, but back in 2020, I played the demo on my friend's PS4, and it looked fantastic. Like I mean, the PS4 and Xbox One era of games are nothing to shake a stick at. They still look and perform really good. I'm not a FPS snob, and you can probably tell that by the games I've been playing on the streams. I mean, Final Fantasy 11 came out in 2002, 2003, I think. Um, so it's it's pretty wild, and it's just like I got my PS5 Slim for $450 with the disc drive, and so the PS5 Pro will come without a disc drive. Um, I don't think it's going to come with any more space. I think it'll be 1 terabyte, uh, at least. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I hate that BattleNet wants to start up just randomly sometimes. Um, so I think I would encourage people to get the Slim or the original model instead. But I got my Slim bundled with Spider-Man 2, and I actually sold my Spider-Man 2 code for like $30, and I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake instead. Sorry. Again, I don't know why we're having technical difficulties galore tonight, but we're in the actual game. So that is a plus. But to finish my thoughts on the PlayStation 5 Pro, um, I am really for physical media. Um, yes, I know you can buy the attachment, but I don't want that to be a regular thing. Like I don't want the PS6 to come, with a $700 or $800 price tag plus the $70 or whatever it'll cost for the disc drive. I do think that ends up is what's going to end up happening, and I think it's a shame. I think I think the attitude of you will own nothing and you will enjoy it is wrong. I think you should be able to let your friends borrow games and whatnot. Um, that it's like collectors like me. I love collecting games, so of course I'm not going to be happy with it. So if the PlayStation 6 arrives and has no disc compatibility at all, that's going to be a no go for me. I don't care if Final Fantasy 17 and Final Fantasy Remake Part 3 are PS6 exclusives. Uh, I won't be getting it. I'll just, I guess, if I want to experience Final Fantasy 7 Part 3 of the remake, um, I'll just have to watch somebody else's playthrough of it, or listen to a podcast about it. I don't know. But let me adjust the volume real quick so it's not blowing out my ears. All right, that's manageable for me. So I'd love to hear what other people's opinions about it. Like, I mean, I still play on the PlayStation 2. Graphics are not the most important thing to me. It's gameplay and story. I mean, creative visuals are good and all, don't get me wrong. But I'm glad we're in the game. I'm glad I'm finally getting started. Alright, trying to remember where exactly I left off. I've been thinking about this game a lot too. Like, I definitely want to play through the Shadow Lord stuff. I'm on the fence of whether or not I want to do every single expansion or just one or two. Uh, so the completionist in me wants to do all of it, but I think it's hard for me to justify $13 a month for this game. I mean, when I enjoy it, I really enjoy it. Um, but I don't know. All right. I H7. So 7H. Northwest. Northwest. All right. Alright. Shouldn't be too far. Should go ahead and... So I've not been away from that game from this game for too long. I don't know why I'm so rusty already. It's like, speaking of updates, I've heard that the PlayStation 5 has updated, and apparently Final Fantasy 16 has had a bunch of problems with that update for some reason. Like the game just crashing, which sucks because it's like I planned on playing 16 to start this Friday, so hopefully they get it fixed by then. I imagine they will. This other thing is just like I got Xenosaga right here. I can put that in my PS2 and have no problem. The disc is clean. I don't have to worry about it. Oh, Xenosaga needs an update. It's going to take 30 minutes before you can play. So I don't. As I remember when I bought my Xbox One, when that and the PS4 came out, and I found out it's like I have to download my games now. It's like, what kind of baloney is this? Sorry, so we're gonna head for H7, and we're gonna fight the War Chief, a War Chief. All right, let's get these trusts out. I think hands down, and I've said it a bunch, what makes this game for me is the community. The community is really good. I've appreciated everybody that is. Okay. Alright, let's go. H7. Okay, so we're going to go straight, kind of left, up. Works for me. It's like the FF11 wiki suggests I be level 25, level 27, so that's cool. Cool. How much playtime am I at? So I'm at, gosh, 46 hours. Yeah, that's flown. That is just absolutely flown. We demolished him. Oops. Cast sneak. He is too weak to be worthwhile. H7. G. Okay, so I have a little bit of ways to go. Watch lizard. So these lizards like dogs or something. So they're not doing a very good job of detecting me. So does this take me to H7? Aha! So I wonder what this guy will look like. Imagine I'll know when I see him. So who am I looking for? War Chief Vodket. Good idea to we can't sneak. I haven't found this guy yet. According to the wiki, he wanders around. Full circle. See if we can go down. Hello, Gershwig. Other direction. So maybe I am supposed to go up. Maybe I'm below. Yeah, I don't think he's supposed to be in here. I don't think he's in here. Well, shucks. I thought I found a secret tunnel, if you will. Oh, wow. Okay. So I guess he is supposed to be in here. Maybe. So I wonder if there's a way up around that area. What the heck? Oh, well, it doesn't look too weak. Okay, I guess that is the way I'm supposed to go. Maybe the commander would be, like in this little hideout or something. Okay, so he clearly looks different. Supposedly, uh, he respawns every 16 minutes. So we'll go look for him again, see if he's up there. I feel like if it's that important for... I know that I've heard reasons why it is this way, but let me finish my thought. I feel like if it's that important in the mission, he should just be there. But I know that Final Fantasy XI was seen somewhat of like a chat room with a game attached to it. Like that's one way I've heard older players um, describe it. Whereas it's really not. I mean, it's still there's still a social aspect to it, but it's not anywhere near where it used to be. Obviously, um, let's see if we can find this guy. Because he's a notorious monster, but he's apparently required for this required beating for this mission. Gillespie outpost. Yeah, I'm at the right thing. H7. H7. It does seem odd that it recommends level 25. I mean, granted, I'm level 27, but I feel like that's not too different from 25. That these creatures shouldn't be able to give me some XP while I wait for this guy to spawn. I'll make sure. Survival guide will bring close to the NM, just so back out to cross the bridge. Here's an airplane. So he apparently spawns every 16 minutes. I just hate for this not to be where I'm supposed to be at and he not, spawn and I just waste time. You know what I mean? Google this guy. Well, looking at stills. Checking out other encyclopedias, might as well. I'm having trouble finding this guy. Upper level. Take the north path near G7. So there's stuff. So 7 is right here. Okay. So maybe he's up top or something. So coming in here was a mistake. G7. Okay. What does ABMU stand for? Or level H7. I guess we'll see what happens when I take this way. Yeah, it's riveting stuff. Well, this looks promising. There's a bridge. Aha! So these guys are just like, yeah, whatever. He's in the base. Seven. This looks promising. Maybe he's in here. I mean, if this is Warcraft, this is where I would expect a chieftain to be. Like, can I sit? Can I sit in the chair? Get out of here, Coop Hippie. Blah, 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 blah. I think we got a thumbnail for the video. So this guy's got to have a pretty big butt to have to sit in this chair. Alright, where is this guy? So you think he'd stick out like a sore thumb. Found him. Let's go. Oh, wow. I destroyed him. That was... Was that it? I gotta speak to a guy named Karasu. Oops. That was really something. I defeated him rather easily. Alright. Well, it's been 50 minutes. Usually I take a break every 30, so I will be right back. Hey, it's another player. Alright. Okay. Unfortunately, there's not really a option to not let him pass. So unfortunately, this cushion isn't helping me out as much as I expected, but I did buy it for like $6 at Dollar General. Can't expect too much. It's hard because it's just like this chair does have. It's not bad. It's just I need more cushion for my tush, and it's just not doing it for me at times. Oh yeah, I'm ready for the Sandora theme. Hit me with it. Hit me! Whoa. So we got Aladdin over here. Where's that? Those are pants. Go to you list help desk configure cancel new adventure and the red gets off you name. Huh? Wow. Gets off you name. Yes, there it is. Friggin' bagpipes. Axel Foley, that's funny. Horrid. It's absolutely horrid. It's... You know, part of me kind of wants me to put this as my ringtone, just so that I just hate life constantly. and just torment myself. Because it's like, why not? Alright. Where's the consulate? Haha. It's like if I had this as my ringtone, I would answer my phone so fast. Just to make it end, excuse me. Karasu. I think I did something wrong. Crap. So, how do I explain what I just did? No. So I was in the right area. Um, I have to go all the way back there. Darn it. That really stinks. So, there's two ways to do this mission. I did the Bastok path, and there's also Centaur path. I accidentally read the second part of the first part of the Sandor path. I can't believe I did that. That's really poopy. I'm a little bit at a loss. Man, I cannot imagine making mistakes like this, back in the day before they were teleport points. So I just essentially wasted like an hour. I feel like I'm gonna have to come back to this next week. I'm not done playing tonight. I just want to go. Let's get out of here and fight some stuff, I guess. It's beyond frustrating. It's like, are all. Yeah, I'm not happy about that mistake, so I'm going to take my frustration out on some dinosaurs. It's like, I don't mind. Again, this is my other thing with Final Fantasy XI. Sometimes I love it, and sometimes I'm like, I want to go jump off an airship. Go check out this upper area. This Cormurf Island. I guess if there's ever another Final Fantasy that's a MMO, there's got to be a good like middle ground between 11 and 14. There just has to be. Um, Elkfut's Tower. It's kind of eerie that this. Uh, I am a Void Watch officer dispatched here by the Grand Duchy of Dueno. My duty is to recruit able-bodied soldiers to assist in repelling the Void Watcher threat. While your enthusiasm is heartening, the Void Watch requires men and women of tests of steel. Come back once you've proven your worth. Yeah, level 75. I'm a little bit behind. Run! Oh, darn it. So the lake shells have been pretty quiet this evening. Hi there, I'm Nearest, your friendly neighborhood Smile Sergeant. I'm in charge of running advanced level Smilebringer boot camp in this area. I'm good. Yeah, I'm no longer weak. Dee. Oh boy. Meow. Ah. Let's try this smaller dinosaur with wings. Yeah, let's go. Where you running? Where you running? Oh, wow. Awesome. Bam, ba, bam. Oh, wise guy, eh? Well, joke's on you, sir. I just reached level 28. Alright, let's check out this guy. Second digit is odd. Well, aren't we all? Do a combo. Let's just do reliable. Yes! That's the ticket. Alright, let's see what's in here. A mithril knife. Damage 12. Seven. Got him on the ropes. There we go. Copy of Fernand's diary. Is it as good as Bridget Jones's diary? Can I read these? Or do I just sell them? For those that are just tuning in right now, I'm currently grinding for levels because I got frustrated with the mission because I did it in the wrong order and wasted an entire hour, which is great. Not really, it's not great. It's frustrating. I really want to get my revenge on that dinosaur. That dinosaur has killed me so many times. It's not funny. This guy's still fairly challenging, I think. So I see there's 2 people watching. Say hello, don't be shy. Like I said, I'm grinding out levels because I screwed up on a mission. I did it out of order, and well, I did the wrong section is what I did, and wasted almost an hour of time, which is hands down my least favorite thing about this game. Is that it can be kind of brutal with your time. Need that on a bumper sticker. Just Final Fantasy XI does not respect your time. I'm only a little mad about it. Just a little. Good job. Good job, team. And again, this This game is more fun when you play with people. So I'm gonna send out a quick invite. Excuse me. Got ranch sauce on my finger. Didn't mean to be too suggestive there. Hitting another 30-minute mark. I'm gonna go. Let's find a safe place for. Need a rest. I did find when I restarted Final Fantasy XIV, I did recreate my Cade Altair look in FF14, so when I play that, I'll have a character that looks just like what this one looks like, or very similar at the very least. Alright. This corner looks good. Alright, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Excuse me. Woo! Where am I? See if anybody takes me up on that. I mean, the thrusters are cool, but Burn, baby, burn. Good job, team. An even match? I've never seen that explanation before. A mugger, oh no! Level 29. One more until I hit the big 3-0. Oh no. So I wonder how many victory points this guy is worth. So my powers have doubled since the last time we met Count. Ah. Holy crap, we got him on the ropes. So this guy destroyed us like 3 or 4 levels ago. So we might, I mean, not to count my weasels before they pop, but we might get him this time. There we go. Oh, whoa! Yes! Woohoo! That was really satisfying. Cause, like, the first time I came into this area, one of those guys, I mean, I forget which episode it was, but he straight up chased me all the way to Jueno, and I was terrified. It was straight up Jurassic Park moment. Awesome. Good, good stuff. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. Oh, they're ganging up on us. It's really bad. Oh, let him go down. No! This is bad. Ah! At least he took some splash damage, it looks like. Uh... Sound vacuum. So it's the sound vacuum instead of a sound garden. Ugh. Almost there. Almost there. Stay. Ugh. Aha, surprise. We were really close. We were very close. Oh. I flew too close to the sun. Come here. Yeah, I flew too close to the sun. Say hi. Say hi to all the peoples. You a good girl? Being a good girl? Me run with my tail in between my legs back to Dueno. Got some stuff I want to buy. Shazam. Oops. Yeah, I'm no longer weekend. It's... Oops. Ooh. Decent. Decent. Oh, 2,000. Wow. Said it once. Said it many times, and I will say it again. The fishing in this game is a lot of fun. I enjoy it quite a bit. Oh, oh, we got some. Phantom kelp. Plop. Also, since I think it happened since the last time I played FF11. Gosh, it's really been that long. I got the flying car in Final Fantasy 15. a blast, and of course I crashed it within the first 30 seconds. Um, but that was really cool, and then I've moved on to the Adamantoise extra thing. I need to be a higher level for that one. So I basically ran away from it when I first encountered it. Which makes sense. I mean, giant turtle, so terrifying. Probably should have sold that kelp when I was over here. Gosh, it's 1 a.m. already. No, the way he was walking, I thought he was floating for a second, like doing that the like character float that sometimes happens in games when there's like a glitch, or like that float that my character does right after they resurrect themselves. Oh yeah, 7 gil. Let's go. Close am I to level 30? I'm almost there. That's a milestone. I was like, when you get knocked out, level 30, that's when you start. I don't know if it's at level 30 or once you get past level 30. But if you get knocked out, regardless if it's at 30 or past 30, you lose XP and you could level down. So hopefully we can avoid that. Alright, I'm going to take another short break, and then I'm going to grind a little bit more till I get to level 30, and then I think I'm going to call it a night. So give me a moment, I will be right back. while I'm thinking about it, I will mention um, there's a really great mix of Final Fantasy XI's music that it's called Vanadil and Chill. Highly recommend it. Oops. Nope. Wrong one. Gosh. Ah. All right. Let's see if you like to gamble on your. Show me what you got. I'm stuck underneath him. Help. Show him what we got. big numbers. Trust do so much more damage than me. It's insane. There we go. There's level 30. Yay, level 30. Feels good. Feels good. This looks like a good spot. What the heck is back here? Secret cave, perhaps? Alright. That's enough for tonight. Certainly eventful. It's one way to put it. I'll probably stream again, more than likely Thursday night after work. I might do a Thursday afternoon too, or instead of. The reason I will get to do that is because I don't have a D&D video to edit together. You know, my D&D group, we put audio of our sessions out on a YouTube channel for us to listen to in the future, and I'm in charge of editing those together. So because we had a board game night tonight, I don't have to do that this week. So tomorrow afternoon I'll probably work on movie stuff. We got my fiance and I have a commentary on Shaolin Drunken Monkey that I should have had done like 2 weeks ago, but laptop gonna laptop. So I'm gonna try to work on that tomorrow and then hopefully finish it this weekend. Kind of just depends. And then maybe I'll stream both Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening, and we'll get this section of Final Fantasy XI done that I meant to get done today. But hey, we reached level 30. That's nothing to shake a stick at. So I'm happy with that, and I'm excited to reach level 31 so I can use this dagger. In fact, maybe that's what I'll do Thursday afternoon. That'll be like just a grinding session, which shouldn't take too long. And then we'll jump into the actual mission Thursday night. So that sounds good to me. But yeah, thanks for anybody that tuned in and that anybody that's watching this in the future. I appreciate it. I enjoy doing this, so I hope, depending on what I decide to do in the future, that this ends up being something that I really enjoy. Because so far, despite the game being frustrating at times, there is something about it that makes it fun. And I'll reiterate that if you're a Final Fantasy fan and you've skipped out on the MMOs, I think 11 is worth your time. And with 14, if you have an Xbox Series X, S, or PS5, or a good PC, there's no excuse not to at least play a little bit of 14. I don't know, play 10 to 20 hours of it, maybe. Because with the free trial, play all the way up to level 70 without paying a dime. That's pretty incredible. With 11, you get 14-day free. It's 14 or 15-day free trial and then when you buy the game, you get another 30. So um, I think 11 is worth your time, if not for the very least. At least play the that's cool. At least play the 14-day free trial. Maybe at some point I'll download the 14-day free trial on my other laptop, my Lenovo, um, just to show you what it's like. Although I mean, it's just more of this without the. It's just I think it's just the base game for the 14-day free trial, and I think that there is a level cap. I can't remember what it is. So I guess if you were to play Final Fantasy 11 8 days an hour for 14 days straight, it's that way. So that way you can't just trounce the entire game. I'm sure there's people that have tried and that could very well do that. Um, so I want to love the game because I've watched so many videos about it and people are so passionate about it. I think that the times where I get to play with others really elevates it. Um, so my current ranking of the series is at number 1, Final Fantasy 12, original Final Fantasy 7, 15, remake of 7. Then I would go with 8. And then at 6, I would go the Pixel Remaster of 1, Final Fantasy 11, Final Fantasy 14, and Dirge of Cerberus. And I have kind of flip-flopped 11 and number 1 back and forth. Dirge of Cerberus is hands down the worst one so far. It's legitimately bad, but it's kind of bad in a fun way. Um, I think I do prefer Final Fantasy XI's grindiness and challenge over some of the easiness of 14. Like 14 is like I leveled up fast, like really fast. It was crazy how fast. Um, and again, I think hypothetically, if 17 were to be announced as an MMO, it would be cool to see a middle ground. And speaking of the title, I know I said I was going to leave, but I feel like talking some more. Speaking of the title of this video, versus remakes, there's been talks, well, rumors, mostly a Final Fantasy IX remake. There's been a weird thing about 13. Frankly, I think there needs to be a remaster um, and some quality of life stuff. I've only played a little bit of 13. That's why it's not in my ranking. I don't feel like I've played enough of it to judge it. Played maybe 8 to 10 hours of it. So I'd like to beat the story at least. Or is it? Oh yeah. So, and then there's also been talks of, or rumors, I should say, of remaking Final Fantasy 11. It would be interesting to get another version of 11 that was single player. I don't know how you would tackle something like that because to me it's not with how big 11 is. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it. It's not as fun. It's not nearly as fun to do without actual people. Like I said earlier, 11 was sort of treated as this sort of glorified chat room with the game attached to. Like people would wait for notorious monsters to appear, and then they'd chat for sometimes up to an hour. Or if they were waiting for so and so to log in to play, they would wait for that person so they could go do a mission and stuff. I'm sure there are people that still do that. I mean, there are parts of 11 that I think have been made to be not as brutal where you don't have to wait nearly as long. But it's amazing that this game still gets updates at least once a month for certain events. And that is something that is cool. And I don't. I agree that the game should not go free to play. I think that everybody that is in 11 right now, they all want to be there. Like, there's nobody that's like that has like an extra character. Well, there probably are people that buy extra characters to I don't know, spam. I've not noticed any spam characters. I've noticed characters that are just standing there, but um, I've heard on podcasts about 11 people talking about the talking about people that would buy multiple accounts and play four different characters at the same time and run through a dungeon by themselves. I don't know why you'd pay extra for that when you could just have trusts. I mean, granted, player characters are supposed to be a little bit better than trusts because they can actually think. Although I haven't really had any issues with trust yet. Um, they've worked for me just fine. I think my biggest issue with them is that when I get attacked, they just stand there. I have to initiate the attack in order for them to defend me. Like, for example, when I was out in Jueno, if one of those dinosaurs attacked me and I just didn't push the attack button, the trust would just let me die. And that's not realistic, like, at all. Makes no sense. Like the boys in FF15 would not let Noctis just get knocked out by a dinosaur and stuff. Definitely not. And check out my video on remakes. I let my opinion be known. I'm more or less somewhere in the middle. I think if there's spoiler alert, I loved Final Fantasy VII Remake. It had its fair share of nitpicks, but overall, I think it's a really good game, and it's a complement to the original. It's not a replacement in any way. Um, yes, I would prefer remakes of games that are cult classics like Haunting Ground, or maybe even a sequel to Haunting Ground. Those games that like Silent Hill 2 remake somewhat makes more sense to me because to buy an OG copy of Silent Hill 2 on PlayStation 2 or original Xbox, it costs anywhere between $100 to $300, and that's expensive. Unless you want to get the HD collection version, which I am not against, because you just got to do what you got to do. But you can get that for PlayStation 3 or Xbox Series X for anywhere from $10 to $30. Excuse me. But there's still a decent sized player base for Final Fantasy 11, and that's something to commend. I wish, I do kind of wish that I had a friend, or best case scenario, a group that I could play this game regularly with. But I think that it's hard for people to justify paying $13 a month for a game that's over 20 years old. I think if I was Square, what I'd probably do is I'd probably take it down to $6 or $7 a month, or at the very least run specials where, hey, your membership is 50% off this month for being subscribed for so many months. Like maybe every 3 or 4 months, give 50% off their subscription, something like that. But 11 is it's been just pure profit, pretty much, for them. I know they didn't expect to break even until about 4 or 5 years after the game, and they broke even within the first year. That's insane. It's incredible. So from what I understand, at one time there's usually 3 to 6 people working on 11. There might be more sometimes, but it's a skeleton crew, so it's like I can't imagine uh, that. I'd be curious to hear how much they get paid to keep this game running, but it'd be pennies compared to how much this game makes a month. Um, like let me do the math real quick. So the server I was in, let's just round up to 1,100 people and times that by 13. So that's $14,300, and there's 12 servers, I think. So 12 times 14, 3. So let's ballpark it. Let's assume that there's that many people in each server. Maybe there's a little bit. So Final Fantasy 11 probably brings in about $171,000 a month, and if you pay those six, let's say 5 employees, let's say you pay them $15 an hour, and they work 40 hours. Oops, 15 times 40, 600 times 4. You pay that employee about, I would guess they probably make probably about $20 an hour, but let's just assume 15 for now. It would be 2,400 a month. And that's nothing compared to what I think they're probably making. And I would hope, with being experts on this older game, that they're getting paid a little bit more than $15 an hour. I would imagine it's probably closer somewhere to 20. But yeah, so I'm going back to my live stream to see if there's anybody else. Oh, there was 2 people. Now there's 0. Is there anything else I wanted to blab about? I've just been talking, Cloud. Yeah, this game is interesting to say the least. I did kind of miss playing it. So I've thought about, do I want to give it another couple weeks? Because my subscription does renew in 7 days. And I'm not sure if I want to just beat the Shadow Lord and be done with it, or if I want to do every single one of these expansions. I don't know. Again, it would be cool. I think it would help me make a decision if I had somebody to regularly play the game with. I think that's, the community has been incredible so far. But everybody kind of, especially the experienced players, have their own things to do, and I respect that. I mean, I wouldn't want anybody to feel pressured to come play. I used to, when I was in elementary school, there was a kid, his name was Kyle, and he would go around the playground asking other kids to play with him, and they'd always say no. And I felt so bad for this guy. I say guy, but he was a kid at the time, obviously, because elementary school, and I would play with him, and he was a little strange, but that's okay. It didn't bother me. I was like, yeah, I'll play Pokemon cards with you. And then the thing was, I think it's like he was just so quiet. It was just, even as a kid, I was like, this is awkward. As I don't want to become that in Final Fantasy 11. I'm like, please play with me, please. It's like my fiance's kids. has really shown, well, one in particular has shown, especially interest in playing Final Fantasy. I think it's simply because, for some reason, he looks up to me. Um, I'm not the worst influence in the world, I guess, but um, it's why I think his logic is, oh, Alex thinks this series is cool, so therefore, and, he's watched me play a couple of the games, and I play the scary or more adult parts away, depending on the game. Like, I didn't have to worry about that sort of thing with Final Fantasy One, and that one is rated E. He could technically play it, but the thing is, I've thought about it, and I really wanted to play one of the ones that has a story. And it's not that one doesn't have a story. Final Fantasy One has a very bare bones story. Like, you're the heroes of light. There's an evil knight or whatever, and your job is to go and replace the four crystals, and then you fight chaos. And that's pretty much the story in a nutshell. Um, and that's fine, but I think while it was cool. Like, the game was a blast until it took me 20 tries to beat the final boss. But even then, I wasn't mad. Um, and I beat the game in like 14 or 15 hours, which is short for a Final Fantasy game. So I'm thinking for his first Final Fantasy game, I'm gonna play through the third one, because the third one, from what I have heard, is the first to have like actual characters and a decent story. Like, it won't be on the same level as like what is expected, um, but hopefully there'll be enough to grasp. Like, because you know, the series is means so much to me that when I describe Final Fantasy to people, I'm like, it's about epic stories about um, really interesting characters, villains with great music. Um, and Final Fantasy 11. Well, I mean, the NPCs are pretty quirky, and then you have the player characters, which I think make it more interesting than Final Fantasy One. Final Fantasy One was quick and fun, um, in its own way. Um, so I wouldn't mind playing this game with either of them, but I think the problem would be I'd be paying over $30 a month for 3 memberships and only playing once a week, and then yeah, because there really hasn't been anything like, I know this game's rated T. The only like vulgar stuff has been through the link shell stuff, but they don't have to be in a link shell. Uh, but I think that Final Fantasy 3, because I told him, I was like, we'll play through Final Fantasy 3 together. It's just let's wait till after Christmas time, because um, that's like, maybe that's what I'll get him for Christmas if that's what he still wants. It's the holidays closer. But I'll let him, drive the monster truck in FF15, and he gets a kick out of that. Um, again, I don't want him to get the sense that Final Fantasy is just fighting monsters and cool battles. I mean, that's a part of it, but it's like trying to say that, well, the only cool thing about Star Wars is the ships. It's like, no, there's other stuff about Star Wars that's neat, and I don't know. I think it's important to me that people understand this series, and that somebody that I'm close to understands why I like it, and it's not just, oh, it looks cool. And um, yeah, hopefully what I'm trying to get at is coming off nice and clear, because I just clearly the series means a lot to me, because I have a whole new YouTube channel dedicated to it. And yeah, as far as like introducing kids, I wasn't allowed to play Final Fantasy VII when I was about his age, maybe a little bit older, because it was rated teen. Um, and of course, games change over time. I mean, seven would, meh, and I think the thing that gives seven the T rating is a lot of the Corneo stuff in the very beginning in Midgar. And there's some definitely some serious subject matter, but I think that there are games that come out now that are um, rated E10 that are probably a little bit more adult than original seven. I don't know. There could be. I could see it either way. I'm not suggesting that seven should be re-released as E10. Um, but teen games that come out nowadays are certainly more adult, if you will, than teen games that came out in the '90s. But as my parents were very careful, and um, I don't knock them. In fact, I think they more often than not made the right call. Um, as I having played seven, I don't think it would have bothered me, but I don't think that I would have liked the game nearly as much as when I played it at 27, um, because it's a very story-driven game and there's a lot of patience. And I've played it now with um, where you can toggle limit breaks and you can toggle putting your health and your magic to max. So there is that. That makes the game a lot easier, especially with grinding and stuff. I think I would have gotten tired of seven, but I remember seeing it and thinking, "Oh, that's cool. That looks cool." But of course, by the time I was old enough to play seven, by the time I was 13, I'd moved on to Xbox and we'd sold our PlayStation 1 and a long time ago, and I really didn't even think about the series until uh, Final Fantasy 15 was made fun of on the Conan O'Brien show, and then I was like, that looks pretty awesome. And then I was like, and then I didn't really think about getting into it till I bought my Switch in 2019, and the rest is history. And now it's my favorite video game series, and I don't think that's necessarily going to stop. Feel I've been getting more and more into it as time goes on. I don't think it's going to be a phase necessarily. And I'm so into the series that I'm buying games that are adjacently related to it. Um, so it's pretty crazy. Um, and if my girl's kid ends up liking the series as much as I do, or even half as much as I do, be an interesting way of passing it on. Wow, this got deep. Didn't expect to quite go there. Um, but I'm going to sign off because I'm tired. It's almost 2 a.m. I'd like to watch some garbage YouTube before I go to bed. But probably see you guys Thursday. Thanks for watching, whether you tuned in presently or in the future. Take care.